Hey. Hey guys, I want to talk to you about something. I gotta get some new sandals or something. These dang rugs. Wind was blowing, the dog was barking. That's why I tripped. Did you guys see that? Anyways, anybody that knows me and watches my channel knows I love canister filters. But I'm going to talk about why I love them and why sometimes they can be a pain in the butt. Because, like anything, everything has its pros and cons. Let's jump right into this. So in my fish room, I got 3 FX6s, 2 FX4s, and a Fluval 406. I have a 306 that just won't die. I have AC 110s as backup as needed and for extra filtration for whatever may come my way. Anyone that's been keeping fish long enough knows the importance of having backup filtration and the reasons why you would have extra. But that's not the point of this video. The point is these canister filters.
Like this and like that and like this and like this. Like this.
You hear that? Can you just... You hear that? So recently, I had to get a new motor for my 1FX6 that runs my 125-gallon Oscar tank. Troubleshooted it. The impeller wasn't the issue, but the motor was. Bought a new one, $84 on Amazon. Good to go. Run it again. That FX6 that you heard that's running my 125 goldfish tank, making all that noise, I got that FX6 with that tank. And it's been doing great. I don't know, for a while now. I don't know how long. Now all of a sudden it's making this noise, and it just started after I did tank maintenance yesterday. So what changed? So what did I do? Shut the valves off, pulled it out, drained it. The impeller was gunked up pretty good. I cleaned it up very well, stuck it back in. It was still making that noise, but then after it stopped and it purged itself, that noise went away. I was like, sweet. It was good. Maybe there was air trapped in it. This morning I wake up, boom, making that noise again. So what this most likely is I'm going to have to get a service kit for this FX6 and replace the impeller. That service kit only comes with impeller and seals, nothing else. And they can be a little expensive. I can't remember what they cost. But it sounds like I'm going to have to replace that impeller because the motor's working, it's turning the impeller, but it's rattling and making all kind of noises. So it's time for a service kit. So that brings me to the reason of why I don't like canister filters at times. Now, this situation is relevant to any situation. None of us like to have to spend money. We just want to hook these things up and make them run. But unfortunately, everything has a shelf life, everything breaks, and nothing lasts forever. I don't care if you have sumps, hang-in-the-backs, sponge filters, canister filters, something's always going to break. There's always a downside of everything. You cannot have your cake and eat it too with anything. And nobody is immune to that situation. Canister filters are still my favorite form of filtration because of the power, how much they filter, how customizable the trays are, how much media you can fit inside of them. It's like a little sump underneath of your aquarium, and you don't see them. You don't see them like you see a hang-in-the-back on the back of your aquarium. You don't see a little bit of hoses peeking up and going down into them. So regardless, canister filters are my favorite filtration. However, when you get used ones, like I have here, you're going to run into problems. I have a couple new ones that I did not pay full price for, and they're still going on strong. But even then, you can get new ones that are going to give you problems. You get fail on installs. You get lemons, right? In any and everything, cars, you name it. So no matter how you keep fish, no matter what method you use, you're still always going to run into issues like this, regardless of what it is. So I just wanted to get that out of the way. Fluval is my favorite. I've had the Marine Land canister filter. I've used all the filtrations. I've got everything running in this fish room now, from hang-in-the-backs to canisters to sponges. Talking about sponge filters, the pumps can fail. They usually get loud over time. They vibrate against the wall or wherever you have it tucked, causing noises. Everything has its downfalls. Obviously, with these canister filters, now I'm buying service kits. I had to buy a new motor for it. But as much as it's irritating, it's going to happen with any and everything. The point of this quick little video is I see a lot of people online said, oh, this sucks, this canister sucks, you need this filter's better, you want to get this, which is good. It creates competition and camaraderie, and it sparks conversation within the hobby, and it does teach you the ins and outs of all types of filtration in the fish keeping hobby. But in the end, they all work. They're all going to get you there. Some are better than others. I've had cheap filters that were always loud and rattled apart, but I've had cheap filters that died within a couple of months. I've had new filters that caused me problems. I've had new filters that last me forever. I have new filters that are outdated that are still going today, like that Fluval 306 canister filter that won't die. The point is, whatever you like to use, it's your choice. You like canisters, use them. You like sumps, use them. You like hanging them back, use them. Sponges, use them. They're all going to get you there. Some are cheaper than others. Sponge filters are by far the most efficient way to filter a fish room, especially if you have multiple tanks that work, and it's cheaper. They have pumps now, like linear pumps, and that are quiet, and they last forever, and they do a great job, and they put out lots of pressure. It is a good, efficient way. But when you're having sponge filters, you lose the ability to customize media and pack a lot of media into a unit. But some people don't find that necessary. Is the sponge filter enough? Yes, it absolutely can be. And all this is relevant to the situation as well. What kind of fish do you keep? How big are your tanks? You know, you have to figure out how many tanks you want, what kind of fish you want to keep. And if you're a practical person, you're going to choose the most practical filtration going forward from there. If you're an unpractical person and you're like me, who like big, powerful things, you're going to want to put a FX6 on a 29-gallon tank. I'd never do that. That's ridiculous. But you wouldn't believe some of the stuff I find online, people doing things just like that. Heck, I seen a guy one time, had a 125-gallon tank, had two FX6s, one FX4, a 306, and two hanging back filters. I'm thinking, why? It's a little excessive. But you get the point. Frustrating as it can be, I just replaced the motor in one of my FX4s. I come in today, I need a service kit for an FX6, so I'm going to have to get that to replace that. But it's still better than buying a whole brand new filter. And I still get my canister filter power that I like to have. Some of the fish I keep create a lot of waste. I have a couple big plecos in here that never stop pooping. Yeah, I'm looking at them right now. I just cleaned this tank. Now I'm going to have to do it again. Not really. I don't worry about it that much. It doesn't cause issues. So that's it. Just a video on filtration, the different types of filtration, and what works for you, and just a word on you know, the ins and outs of them all. So it's really common sense. Most of us can understand understand these type of things, you know, right out of the box, no matter what you purchase. So thanks for watching. Let me know what you think of the video. Let me know what kind of filtration that you like to use. And if you do comment with the kind of filtration you like to use, let me know the kind of fish room you have. How many tanks do you have? So be safe. Have a good rest of your weekend. I appreciate your time. Until next video.